We're cooking on our front porch this week on Pole House Black Pot Weekend Getaways as we recap our Sante Fe Trail vacation. And we fixed something Wade really wanted while we were gone, Indian fry bread. So stick around.
I think they're done, hon.
Well, hello.
Hello, everybody.
We're on our front porch.
Yeah, welcome back.
We've been off a couple weeks. We'll explain why. We're gonna tell you what we learned on our trip for our Sante Fe Trail vacation. And we're gonna tell you what Wade's been up to, what I've been up to. And we're gonna fix something Wade really wanted, but we couldn't find on our trail. And that's
Indian fry bread.
That's right.
But we had close to it, which is a sopapilla.
Well, there's some more ingredients in a sopapilla than there is
kind of the
in
same in a sense.
Sopapillas get hollow, and we'll fix them one of these days. These don't really get hollow, but it is an easy way of fixing some bread if you're out of bread.
Yeah.
So, and we had something kind of like this in South Dakota when we went there. We had Indian tacos made with Indian fry bread.
2 years ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've had some Indian fry bread, just not any in Taos, New Mexico, where you wanted to go. So we're going to regroup, and Wade's going to get busy and mix up our Indian fry bread, and we'll be right back.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so Angel says I'm going to start this. She usually does it, but if I forget something, she's going to help me because I'm going to kind of get mixed up, and then she's going to take over the hard part. So she has already made the dry ingredient premix, which is really handy. You can do this before you camp and put it in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to double stir it carefully. It was, Angel will correct me if I'm wrong, 1 cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Because we're using regular milk. So if you use baking soda, it wouldn't work because you don't have any acid. So that's mixed already. To that, we're simple. 1 wet ingredient, that is 1/2 cup of milk. And when you're using regular milk, you can use evaporated milk right into it, or whatever you might want to have. Whatever you have on hand. If you're out camping, you can, of course, make this with shelf-stable milk. And we're going to stir this up, and it should be kind of a little bit sticky dough, right, Angel?
Yes.
Because we're going to end up resting this, and then Angel will roll them out with a rolling pin. So, now this is still kind of a quick bread since there's no yeast in it. Doesn't take long. It's kind of like a biscuit dough in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Or drop biscuit dough.
Yeah, a lot of the same ingredients. Okay. There, Angel.
That looks pretty good.
Wet dough, like I said, looks like a lot like our biscuits.
I would.
Okay.
Clean off that spoon and put the cover back on.
Okay.
We gotta let it rest 5 minutes.
Rest 5 minutes.
So,
I think I washed my hands. Yeah, I did.
We will get back to you and talk about the things that we want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
while it's resting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now Angel's going to talk about a few of the things that we definitely learned what to do, maybe what not to do on our vacation, right?
That's right. Now, do you want to be in this?
I'll be in part of it.
Okay.
I'll stick around over here.
All right, now these are the Moncton Pearls of Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, the very first of all, before we do that, let's talk about what's been happening. Why we haven't had a video the last couple weeks.
Well, there's a couple reasons.
One of them being something very scary. Yes, I was supervising. My mom got sick. She was pretty sick, very sick. And I had to take care of her and I was down in the hospital with her every day.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. The second thing is we had a major heat wave.
No kidding. Yeah, last week when we should have been cooking, it was, heat index was 115 1 or 2 days last week.
Well, it was 117 one day here.
That's just exceptional hot for here. You know, a lot of times we'll have middle of summer, maybe 110 heat wave with, you know, that's the index with temperatures in upper 90s. I think we got 102 one day.
And we were spoiled because it had rained and it cooled off, and
yeah,
we had the air conditioner shut off, and we had to go back and turn it back on.
And then it got hot. We should have done it when we had a little course spell. We didn't get it done. So that was when hospital. So.
And then you've been working on something for a couple of months now, haven't you?
Yeah, we'll pop up a screenshot of what it is, and that's a
side by side.
Yeah, Angel wanted a side by side, so
I wanted it.
Yeah, you wanted a side by side, so I bought her a vintage side by side, 26 Ford Model T that I've been working on. So.
Yeah, that is a 1926 Model T. Now you tell him what you got. When he showed me this, I thought there ain't no way. Side by side.
Finish. Yeah. So it's getting close to being done.
Yeah,
I've done enough to be able to use it for what we want, and we can improve on it. We've got the steam engine show, which is over by Boonville. We did a couple of videos on that in the past. We might link them. And that's where we go every weekend, every September, which is the weekend right after Labor Day. So
we won't have a video that week, more than likely.
No, we won't have a special video for it. So.
But what he got, since he's not going to tell you, was he got a frame and an engine and a whole bunch of parts. Nobody.
So I made one.
Yeah, he made one out of cedar. It was kind of wild, but it looks really nice now, and I'm hoping I'm showing the video of it.
Yeah.
It looks a lot better than I thought it would. Let me tell you, I thought he was crazy when he bought it, but we're going to tool around the steam engine for it.
And use it around on other stuff, or take it to maybe some local shows or local things. So anyway.
Now, we are not seasoned travelers. Back on the main topic of this. We are not seasoned travelers. I mean, our camper isn't even set up for cooking inside it. I mean, we could if it was in a pinch.
Yeah.
If it was pouring down rain and we didn't have it.
Cooking nodes we have to do outside.
So these are our pearls of wisdom of things that we learned, because we learned a lot of stuff this last trip. So these are the Monktons. What did I say it was? Things to remember when traveling.
Pearls of wisdom.
Well, Monktons Pearls of Wisdom. The very first thing is, when planning a lot of places to visit, allow at least 2 hours at each spot. I tell you, we get someplace, we get out, we deal with the dogs, and then we take off like little bees.
Yeah.
And it didn't make it very enjoyable for any of it. We would have loved to have spent more time at places like Bensel Fort. And,
especially things like bigger places and events and museums and things like that. Some of the spots were just tourist attractions with a monument, and that was okay. We didn't, have to allow a lot of time.
Well, and another thing is, we also learned that a lot of these sites were on private property. Now, you need to look ahead if you're doing this Sante Fe Trail thing with the United States or National Forest Service booklets, that you check ahead and make sure you've called the people you need to. We never did get to that autograph rock, did we?
Yeah.
Because we didn't call ahead of time. So, but for the museums and the places like the Mahaffey's, Stagecoach, man, we could have spent all day there.
Yeah,
there was all kinds of stuff there.
Neat stuff going on.
So plan at least 2 hours or all day. Don't be in such a rush like we were.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing that we learned is, if you're traveling more than 3 hours a day, you will not feel like cooking.
We found that out the hard way.
Yes, we did. Well, part of it was we didn't plan for weather either.
Yeah, you gotta.
Every time we get ready to cook, it'd pour down rain. But we also didn't feel like cooking, especially with briquettes and setting up. And a lot of times we were just going and staying the night and then taking off the next day.
A lot of times, even if you're not planning on cooking, you probably ought to make a nice note of maybe not ever trying to go over about 4 hours a day.
Yes.
Even then, because that's just,
that one day we We went, what, 6 hours?
It was at least, I think it was longer than that.
Was it? It was awful.
Time we stopped for lunch and that kind of thing, I think we were on the road 8 hours at least.
So we won't do that anymore. The third thing is, if you're planning a trip like this, the Sante Fe Trail, you better plan on 3 weeks instead of 2. We took 15 days and we used most of that 15 days. And I mean, we were go, 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 go.
We still didn't get to see everything we wanted to.
No.
Of course, we took a sideline for a few days over
Yes,
to the Rockies,
we did, and
but-
that I think is my next point.
Yeah.
Don't plan on every day. Don't plan on driving every day. You need to stop and smell the roses once in a while.
Yeah.
We watch a lady.
0
her name-
days, you might call
Well,
them.
we watched this lady. Her name is Homemade Wanderlust. Her YouTube channel is.
Yeah.
And she takes 0 days, so we needed to take.
She does that with
couple of
hiking.
0
She's a big
days.
hiker. And so, what's the next one, hon?
The next one is, remember, this is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, you're traveling way too much.
And
When you're
that's true.
snapping at each other and the dogs don't even like it,
Yeah.
you probably got a problem there. We planned, in our defense, we actually planned 3 trips in one, and we should have never done that.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get as
2
much
of them we could have
time.
done, but the 3 of
Well-
them, we didn't really do a lot of it justice.
We
wanted
didn't.
to.
I wanted to spend more time in Santa Fe. We needed to research that more.
Yeah.
Because there just wasn't parking for the truck and trailer.
Yeah. And Santa Fe
And
is a lot of history. I mean,
There's
that
a
town
lot of
is-
stuff there. I mean, that chapel that has that amazing staircase
Yeah.
was just phenomenal. Now, we had a lot of things we liked about it. What was your favorite camping spot?
I think, I think we've got it in New Mexico. We were just going down. There was a really nice, it was not a free one, we had to pay there, and it was a state park in New Mexico, but it was really nice up above the lake, really level, which
What
is nice.
was the name of it?
And it was Clayton Lake, right? Clayton,
Yes,
Clayton
we
Lake State
enjoyed
Park.
that. We enjoyed that.
Nice level rock.
played with,
basically to park on.
Got turkeys to talk to us. There was an otter there splashing around. We didn't get any of that on video. But that was so beautiful. We only had one camp spot that we did not like, and that was you, me, Leslie, and both dogs, especially Joey. And which one was that?
Oh, that was in New Mexico, right south of
Taos.
And it would have been nice. We liked it, but
It would have been.
the fire ants got into Joey and bit him, and that mess ruined his night and part of our night.
Yes.
And then the mosquitoes were just
They
terrible.
love me, usually. This time they tried to cart him off.
But it was a beautiful spot. We liked it. Other than that, it would have been, beautiful
it was
little
right
location.
along the San Juan River, wasn't
Rio
it?
Grande.
Rio Grande River, that's it.
But
So-
it just happens. But and of course the mountains was beautiful because it had a nice view, but it wasn't very
Well,
level.
no, it wasn't.
It
And
was a little bit
Leslie and I
rough.
learned something then, too. We both are afraid of heights, and that includes mountain roads. You wanted to do the $1 Million Highway, and we just couldn't do that.
And we didn't have time.
No, we
We
didn't.
didn't really do it justice. Would have
I mean,
taken
we
a whole
went-
other day to get up there and get to Telluride and spend a little time.
And there was no
And
easy way to
Ouray.
get there.
You had to go
there
to
was no
Ouray.
easy
Yeah.
way to get there unless you wanted to go over the mountaintops where they were gravel roads this wide.
we didn't have
and
that.
you had to have a 4x4 to get in
Well,
there.
we had 4x4, but not the off-road type we
But,
really needed to get. I wasn't taking it there.
We really enjoyed our trip. I think my favorite place to camp was the same place Wade did. I think my favorite site that we went and saw, I'm trying to think, what was yours?
I kind of had 2 that are hard to pick. One of them, of course, was Bent's Old Fort.
Yeah, that was
Even though it was a
pretty good.
recreation, but I really loved that adobe, the way they did it. It was just a really neat. And probably that, and of course, the whole town of Silverton.
Yeah, that was cool.
Neat little small
I
town.
have to
and
say,
river
Vince
ru-
Old Fort
river-
was nice, although poor Iris
river
didn't
running
like
through
that.
there. Yeah.
And I have to say, my favorite site we went and saw had to be Mahaffey's. Now, in the hole, the scavenger hunt, finding some of them places
That was a challenge,
an
yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
we really enjoyed that, and we would recommend you get one of those. I mean, you just print it off the internet.
books. Yeah.
From it's let's see here, junior. Oh,
Yeah, pop up on the screen.
yeah, I'll pop it up on the screen. It's the Junior Ranger or something or other.
Yeah.
But they have it for all age groups, including mine and Wade's and Leslie's. Little kids too. They'll have to have some help.
And in teenage and junior
Yeah,
high.
I mean it's broke up in sections,
I
and
think
if you
kids would
want
like it.
to, you can get patches. Different places you can get patches. You just have to follow their rules. We weren't in there to watch or to get the patches. I think you have to do 8 things total out
Yeah.
of everything, and I'm pretty sure we did. But we just wanted to have a guide, because I tell you, nowadays it's nothing like back then was.
No, very
I
true.
mean, half of the time you can't even find the roads that they took. So,
well, all them roads don't exist anymore. You know, it wasn't a
well,
highway. It was.
well,
you know,
it was.
wooden-
It was
a trail.
It was a
Dirt
trail.
trail.
It was their type of highway
Yeah.
way back
A
then.
lot of that, basically, really close to it, kind of, is what ended up being Route 66.
Yes.
In a way,
So,
down through that part of the country.
well, I think our Indian fry bread's ready to
Yep,
do.
so-
If you guys have any questions, we're going to open this up. Questions on Dutch ovens or how we plan for a trip.
We haven't done
or,
that kind of a Q&A for a
yeah,
while.
any
Santa
questions
Fe,
on us, how we met. You know, any kind of question. Just leave it in the comments below and we'll try to do a
Yep.
Q&A. Maybe we'll do a live one. I don't
Yeah.
know if we ever will,
and then kind of things about maybe Dutch ovens that we haven't covered
yes.
that you may want. Or
Like care and cleaning, which I think
Yeah.
we need to spend a little more
a little
time
bit
on.
more, yeah. We've done a little bit, we probably in that kind of thing. So yeah, I think we're going to regroup, turn the camera around. It's rested, and I think Angel's going to start rolling it out and get it frying.
And I'll get it frying, yes.
Okay, so we're going to review that, and we'll be right back. All right, Angel mixing it up.
No, Angel rolling it out. Okay. Now, it's set for a bit, and it looks like that. It's raised a little bit. Now, I brought me some flour out. I'm just going to put a little dusting on here, and I'm going to knead it a little bit more. This is where you get your hands dirty. Now, the lady that I watched make this could make this like a pizza. And it would turn out perfect for her.
You put a little bench flour out there, didn't you? They
Yes,
call it
I
sometimes
did.
bench flour. That's the
Now,
proper name or not.
I couldn't do that because it wouldn't work. And she could get 4 out of this recipe. I can only get 3. So I do it the old-fashioned way. Ooh, and it's still a little sticky.
I am our oil's getting, looks like it's getting pretty hot. I'm gonna turn it down. I don't want it to get too hot. Then they'll not cook right. So I always turn it up a little bit more.
Now that lady I saw on YouTube making these made it look so easy.
If you can make pizza
So,
dough good, that's probably,
then
you
you
can probably do
could
this
do
good,
this.
can't you?
Now you don't want it very thick.
Pretty thin, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Now what did I do with my fork? It's very important.
Do you want to check the oil with the boiling water? I don't think it's too hot, but
You want it a little hot.
fairly hot.
Wade and I have disagreements about how hot you want to make it. Now, it says to prick it in the middle.
Why?
Well, I think that's to keep the middle from getting too bubbly. So it'll stay down in there a little ways. I forgot something to turn that with, Wade. And then while that one's cooking, we're going to go make the next one. sticky dough. Ooh, I got that one almost overdone.
A little bit more honey.
Yeah.
That went too far. It's okay.
And it don't take long to do this. Really.
No, it's pretty fast job.
Yes, it is.
You got what, about a half-inch oil?
Yeah, I think I need a little more oil. Putting the last one in. Okay, I'm going to stick this one in. This one's a little bit thicker.
Now, there you go. That's the last one that came out. That's what we want them to look at. Like, beautiful.
I think I got stuff out there. So, we're going to have this served on something we got when we were on our trail. If y'all remember, we stopped at that honey place. What was it called?
Honeyville. Grab that jar, honey. Grab that jar of honey.
Well, it got flour all over it. Here, we're going to try putting that on there.
That is Honeyville's cinnamon whipped honey.
Yep. Oh, I got something in my foot. See how that one looks? I didn't get it punctured at the right time. So that's going to be a little doughy in there. There ain't nothing to fix it once you get it done like that. So
now the neat thing about this is we're going to have it as a dessert, as a sweet, but it's great. Like we mentioned earlier, we went to South Dakota.
Oh yeah.
You put taco stuff
meat
on there.
They called them Indian tacos. They were this big around, and we probably should have split one.
Yeah, we couldn't eat it all.
One of us finished it.
Make great tacos.
We'll be back when we regroup and taste it. Well, honey, you gonna bring that over?
Yeah, I grabbed one.
I'll tell you what. Oh my God, that smells good.
Stuff in it.
Yep. Here, why don't you set that down and we'll each tear us off a piece.
Dip in here. Ooh, look at that stuff. It's good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah, I don't need very much. That's good right there. Ooh, it's dripping. Oh my. We'll put the description for Honeyville down in the description, or the website for Honeyville. That's a good place to get your honey.
That's good.
Oh yeah, that's good. Fantastic. Well,
Good and chewy, still kind of crunchy on the outside. That honey's good because I like the fact that it tastes just a lot like honey, but they don't overbear the honey flavor with their other spices they add to it. I'm going to dip it off. So,
well,
it's good.
that about does it for this weekend, not weekend getaway, and I'm stuck on the house. There we go. We're gonna end with a photo montage of the video, or the pictures Wade took, the best ones.
Not the bad ones. Only the good ones.
Well, you don't hardly ever take a bad one. Anyways, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
2 weeks, yeah.
As we regroup and regenerate. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. That's a like. Smash the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notifications. And don't forget, ask us questions, whatever it is. Don't make it too raunchy, because then you won't hear the answer.
That's right.
But ask us questions. We'd love to answer them.
All right, thanks again, and we'll see you probably in 2 weeks. Bye.